baby. Hi guys! So today I was just sat eating my lunch and I thought, do you know what? I really feel like making a video, and do you know what I really feel like making a video about? Tampons and bloody discharge. Disclaimer, I know a lot of my subscribers and viewers are female, but if you do indeed have a penis, I'd probably advise to stop watching now, because I'm going to go into some depth about the thing that happens to women every month, and unless that's, you know, your thing, and who am I to judge, it's probably a good idea to stop watching about this time now. So, chapter 1, my first period. If you can tell me where that quote is from, I love you, and you like gain like 1 billion berry points, so well done you. I'm not going to go into the scientific thing because we learn enough about that in science and through leaflets and things. I'm going to talk about the everyday, living with a period, stuff to do, and how it affects your day-to-day life and things that you might do to help it or ease it or whatever. My first period story is as hilarious as it is humiliating for me and makes me cringe every time I think about it. I was 11. I'd been suffering with some tummy pain, and no one really knew what it was, but then I went to the hospital and they found out that my I went to the hospital and they found that my appendix was a bit inflamed, so they took that out of me and hoped that that would probably ease the pain, and that's what it was. Yeah, so they took that out of me and that was gone, and I came home from hospital and I was still getting pain, and I was in absolute agony with it, and it was so bad that I remember rolling around on my mum's bed like, "Mum, I don't know what to do, I'm in so much pain, oh my god, it hurts so badly." And she was like, "Okay, should we go to the doctors?" And I was like, "I can't make it at the house." I don't know why it was from me when I was 11. I can't make it out of the house, I was in so much pain. So my mum phoned the doctor and made the doctor do a house call. The doctor came over with, I think, 3 students. He wanted me to do a little poo sample, so I went upstairs because, you know, everything comes down to poo. I went upstairs and I remember calling my mum like, "Mum, there's blood in my knickers." And yeah, my mum had to come upstairs, and then she came back downstairs and told the doctor and the students, "It's okay, it's just her period." Oh god, and I just wanted to die. And to be honest, having periods sucks, and I have struggled an awful lot with periods, whether it be pain or heavy flow. Wide set vagina. I haven't got a wide set vagina, but you know that quote from Mean Girls. Everyone thinks I'm lying about being a virgin because I use jumbo tampons, but it's not my fault if I get a heavy flow and I have wide set vagina or something like that. I've always struggled with my periods, and so I thought that, you know, what's best to do about it than to share it on the internet. Anyhow, if you have started your periods and your friends haven't, or the other way round, don't worry about it. People start periods at completely different times. I think I was quite young when I started my period, but I know people who started their period at 9, and I also know other girls who started their periods at 17. So everybody's body develops at different times in their life. It's not a race, it's not a race at all. Getting a period, okay, in some cultures it might mean that you're a woman now and, you know, you can have babies and things, but it's no big deal. Like, who wants a baby at 11? It's no big deal. A common thing about periods is the big question, pads or tampons? Personally, I'm a pad lady. I don't get along with tampons very much. I much prefer good old-fashioned pads. And yeah, tampons are comfortable. At first they feel a bit like, oh, this feels odd, but it's not painful at all. They just feel weird because you're not used to having something like, I'm gonna try not to do a rude gesture, like, you know, up, vagina. But they're nothing to be afraid of, honestly. I think trying both tampons and pads to know what you prefer is the only way that you're gonna know what you prefer. And you shouldn't feel the pressure just to use tampons because everybody else is, or pads because everybody else is. Everybody is different, and honestly, nobody cares. It's your vagina, it's your rules, so use whatever you feel more comfortable in. Having a heavy period is difficult, and it can make you quite anxious and debilitating. It's quite debilitating, is that a word? I've had that feeling that so many girls have, and trust me, if you don't think they have, they probably have. And that is standing up and the period gushing from your vagina and you thinking, oh my god, my vagina is Niagara Falls. It is so uncomfortable. I think, pain is talked about an awful lot with a period, and so is mood, but the actual physical period itself isn't actually spoken about that much, and it can be quite embarrassing if you are quite heavy. What I'd recommend is, if you do have a heavy period, is to pad yourself up as much as possible, because trust me, like, I have had some really epic periods which I have actually gone through. It happens to a lot of girls, but if you just take the precautions, like maybe having a spare pair of trousers or leggings in your bag, maybe not wearing a skirt with no tights, just for that extra protection. And there can also be things done about it medically. I have actually been on the pill for my periods. I was put on the pill when I was about 13, I think, when they got really bad, and at first I was like, oh my god, I'm on contraception, it's to stop having babies when you have sex, and I was 13 and was nowhere near having sex yet, and I just thought, oh my god, this is so weird, but it works. It does help to stop the heavy flow so much. It helps the pain an awful lot as well. Obviously each pill is different, and some don't work that much, and some have quite bad side effects. Like I was having migraines with one, then another one I had periods for 2 weeks. Yeah, which was quite a long time to have a period. But if you try some, and always go to your doctor about it, or your sex health clinic, and speak to them about it, and you can try various ones, as long as you're safe. As long as they're prescribed, then there's nothing wrong with trying contraception, and it's not weird. If it helps, then it helps. It's good. They often offer the implant as well, and also the injection, which are both, again, they're used for contraception. They use to stop you from having babies, but they're also used to stop periods being so heavy and from having so much pain. So we discussed the heavy flow and the physical stuff a bit. What about the pain? The pain from a period is like no other. Okay, I know childbirth is going to be pretty bad, and men may say being kicked in the balls is worse than anything, but honestly, period pain is so painful. It is basically a contraction, and you're contracting the period out, and your body's pushing the period out like it would a baby, because it thinks it's a baby. Weird bloody baby. And there can be various areas of pain as well, not just the tummy. Obviously the tummy is the main one, and it tends to be the lower tummy. But then you can also get aches in the back of your back, in your lower back, headaches, pains up and down your legs and arms, and just about anywhere, to be honest, because your body is just kind of like, oh no, this is not right, it's not right. Although it might not go away completely, there are some things you can do for it and take for it. I tend to take ibuprofen when I have a bad tummy pain, but do that in conjunction with paracetamol, and that tends to help it. I also find sitting in like a kind of fetal position, so imagine I'm lying down on my bed and just kind of like that. Something like that. And then I also find having a hot water bottle is also really helpful, just under your tummy and just to press it in. Also like pull your knees into your chest as close as you can, and that tends to like squish the pain out. And now the mood thing. Okay, so PMT is a real thing. PMT is premenstrual tension, or you might call it PMS, which is premenstrual stress. Before your period and during your period, your hormones are insane. They are going crazy. They're skyrocketing all over the place. one moment you might feel really happy and kind of buzzing and yeah, but then other times you might feel completely shit. For me, PMT affects me in the way that I'm emotional. I'm very emotional, and so are a lot of women during PMT and periods and that time of the month. I'm incredibly cryy. I can watch an advert on telly and find it really sad. You know, like Jess on New Girl when she has a period and she's like, puppy in a cup? That is basically me. As long as, you know, you don't take your anger out on other people for completely like bizarre ways and you know, totally raging. And as long as you tell the people closest to you that, you know, you're not feeling your best today, you might have a PMT moment, or, you know, it's that time of the month. I think most people tend to understand, especially women, because let's be honest, most of us go through this horrible time. Ways to cure PMT is to stay out with your friends, or you know, spend time with your family. Don't spend too much time alone, otherwise you'll be thinking about the way you feel, which just makes everything worse. Exercise, dare I say it, it's great for periods, it's great for stress, it's great for physical pain, okay, for the, you know, physical bloody stuff, it might not feel that great because you're rushing everywhere, but as long as you pad yourself up nicely or put a nice little tampon in, then you should be fine. And it just releases those lovely little mind endorphin things and makes you feel a whole lot better. So even if it's just taking a dog for a walk, which is what I do, it does perk you up a bit and make you feel a bit happier. I also love to have a bath when I'm on my period. There's a lot of myths about baths and periods and things, and whether you can have a bath, because you know you can't go swimming with the period, but baths are okay as long as you're kind of cool and, like, you know, accepting that okay, you're on your period and it might be a little bit gross, but they help to relax you and soothe your muscles and just make you feel physically and mentally better. So get some Lush bath bombs or whatever you like and put some nice relaxing music on. Maybe have a glass of wine if you're over 18 or 21, and just chill and, you know, think me time. Lots of me time on your period is great. And how could I forget chocolate and sugary stuff? It's likely that you feel like, oh my god, I want everything, give me all the food, and in moderation, that's really fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with having a big bar of Galaxy or whatever and just thinking like, okay, I'll have this now, but I'll eat healthily the rest of the day, or I'll eat healthily tomorrow, but now I need this, and it's okay to succumb to your needs and urges and just, you know, as long as you don't binge out and have all the food, then you're good, you're alright, you're okay. So whether you have yet to start your period or you've been having your period for years now, I hope you enjoyed this video and my own experiences and tips on dealing with periods. And if you are a guy and somehow sat through this video, I don't know how, but thanks for watching, I guess. If you enjoyed this video, give me a likey and subscribe if you want to see more of me talk about heavy flows. Not that I ever will or ever expected to talk about heavy flows on the internet, but there we are. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Happy Wednesday. Bye.